Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a little bit different. As you can see, I'm outside. I'm not sitting inside that dingy van. But we all struggle with distractions sometimes, and that's when I go to my happy place. Where is your happy place in retirement is what I'd like to know. Leave in the comments down below. Yesterday was just an overwhelming day for me, and I got to be honest with you, in retirement, I don't get many days that are overwhelming to me. You know, I have my routine, as I'm sure all of you do, but yesterday was a little different. I tried to make a couple of videos, and I did, and they turned out decent, but I did a lot more work than what I'd planned on, simply because, well, first of all, as you can tell, I don't edit anything. But I did one video. It was a nice video, too, and I forgot to turn my mic on. So today we're going without a mic because I'm outside. I want to see how this works. But the rivers have always been my happy place. Whenever I get overwhelmed or distracted with things of life, I go to the river. There's just something about the calming effect of a river and being outside that does it for me. I don't know what does it for you, but list it in the comments. I've been on, as a young man, I went to literally dozens and dozens of rivers. I rafted the upper gully several times and the lower gully several times. I did the upper and lower numerous times. I've been canoeing anywhere local, Whitewater River. I've even been on this river behind me, the Great Miami River. I've even been on that a couple times. Been on the Nolichucky, I've been on the Nantahala, I've been on the Canoeing where they ran the Olympics years ago. So I've been on a lot of rivers, Tennessee River, Kentucky River, rivers that I can't even remember, but it was always the calming place for me. Even during the times of rapids and whitewater, it was still, in between, it was still very calming. And to this day, this is where I come when I want to get calm, when I want to realign myself and recharge my batteries a little bit. Now, we can't relive the things of the past. We just can't do it. There are a few days, as I'm sure a lot of you have, there are a few days I'd really, really, really like to relive, but we can't do that. I had one day in particular about 5 years ago. I'd been through a major health crisis at the time, which I'll get into in another video, but I decided I wanted to go run river one more time. I wanted to go to the new river, big whitewater, not huge like the gully, but it's pretty scary sometimes. So I went to the new river, and it was just a perfect day. You ever have one of those days that's just perfect? This day was perfect. It was the first day of gully season, which means all the real adventurous types, like I used to be, they go on the gully to get that adventure, get that adrenaline rush. Well, I was way past there, so I thought, well, I'll do the upper new. And I went to the upper new, and because it was opening day of gully season, nobody was on the new. It wasn't packed. There wasn't a lot of rafts out there. It was just our little group of 5, and it was great. It was a great day. Weather was 70. The water was still warm. We got to do anything we wanted to do, and it was just a really, really perfect day. But I can't relive that day. I've even thought a couple times about going back and trying it again, but I can't. I just can't. I'll never replicate what happened that day, and it was just a special day for me that'll always be there in my memory. But in retirement, we do rest a lot, but there are times when we still get overwhelmed by things. Maybe it's bills, maybe it's family drama, maybe it's you're having some spiritual problems, but we do get overwhelmed at times, and at that time, that's when I come to my special place. That's when you need to go to your special place and just be still, be quiet, rest, and wait for God to tell you something. You know, no cell phone out here. In fact, a lot of places I've gone over the years, there was not even any cell phone coverage. So that was a big plus as far as I'm concerned. But when I get out to the river like I am today, it kind of brings everything back into focus and realigns. I realign my life, I realign my priorities. I'm not gonna go back to where I did yesterday. I'm way past that stage of getting too excited or too overwhelmed about some things. So I just wanted to share this quick little video with you. But there's a plaque sitting on my desk. I think it's called calligraphy, yeah. Some young lady made it for me years and years ago, and it's still sitting there. It says, "Be still and know that I am God." Be still and know that I am God. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm just being still and watching the water go by and realigning my priorities in life. And that's all I've got for today. Until we meet again, I'm going to continue to press on towards that goal.